Hello and welcome to My Mom's Basement, presented by Barstool Sports. I am your host, Robbie Fox, along with my co-host, Clem, for a packed episode today. I can't wait to talk about all of the topics we have to discuss here. We're going to start with XMen 97. We're going to go into the return of Invincible Season 2. We've got trailers to talk about, House of the Dragon, The Acolyte, a new Star Wars trailer. Clem, how we feeling?
We're feeling good, Bob. This is kind of the basement season has begun. Today, March 22nd, we're recording this. Tournament has started. Hashtag Dave and Busters. Hashtag Dave and Busters, Dave and Busters, Dave and Busters. Let's go Aggies. Let's go Blazers. Dave and Busters, Dave and Busters, Dave and Busters. Basement season has begun because we have XMen has begun. Invincible's back. And then it's going to roll. And then the trailers you talk about into June, which is then we get House of the Dragon back, the Bear is back,
The boys.
the boys. Basement season, like I was like, all right, we got to get ready for June. Guess what, buddy? Get ready to learn. Get ready to start. Get ready to start speaking nerd because we have done. It is rolled, and I'm in a great mood today, Bob. You know why? It's Friday. Fridays actually kind of suck as a parent because you just have your kids without no one watching them for 2 days during the weekends. But this morning, woke up. Me and AJ played a game of Fortnite, and we won. We got a victory royale to start the day. So I sent him off to school with a crown on his head, a figurative crown. So it just feels good. And he learned a little bit because, you can like buy guys to like fight on your team, like, different people. In the current iteration of the game, it's a lot of Greek gods and stuff like that. And he learned about Poseidon. Poseidon was shooting rocket launchers next to us. He's like, hey, thanks, Poseidon. It was a nice little morning we had here. So I'm pretty sure I'm just beating like elementary school kids in Fortnite now. But that's fine because I got absolutely murdered by people that actually play video games when I played Fortnite back in the day. So now this is my revenge. I am dominant in that game. I am awesome. And I'm Thanos. I just murder people with Thanos all day long.
Well, I actually was going to say I got to play Star Wars Battlefront the Classic Collection for the first time ever last night. So I bought it the day it came out on 2 systems, and I haven't been able to have a second to play it. Played a couple games last night. I'm so back. I was just immediately in the fray, on Camino, fighting battles, throwing grenades, killing Luke Skywalker. I was going all the way. Played only 3 games. It was a quick session last night. It was a little bit laggy. I've been hearing like complaints that the game's buggy. I noticed it the most when I was trying to use like a sniper class. When you zoom in, you could be looking at someone standing still, and then like you realize they left that spot 10 seconds ago, and the game is just taking a second to lag. But I'm really excited about it. I haven't played the first Battlefront in it yet. I just went straight to Battlefront 2, but I'm excited to go back to the first one too because I haven't played that one in forever. So I'm excited. I'll tweet out like when I'm playing it, and I'll try to play with some basement boys and girls. I don't know how easy it is to like invite each other to games, but we'll figure that out for sure.
There's something special when you realize your body has muscle memory from a game you played like a decade earlier. You're just like, oh my God. It's like the first time Luke gets the Force back and he's just like, it's like riding a bike. You just start fucking flaying motherfuckers. I don't even know.
Dude, even remembering the maps. I was just like turning the corner at Jabba's palace. I was like, oh, I know how to get to that room. Like, I know how to get to the Rancor in Jabba's palace and stuff.
The Mario Kart, like when you can, like you don't realize at the time, but once you get into the whatever iteration of kart is big at the time, you have every single map memorized. And I remember in college, my friends, everyone, we'd all say the same thing. We're like, I can, before I go to bed, I see DK Mountain. I see the entire thing. It's like floating in my head. There's red shells popping out. So I'm happy you're back in your one of your the comfort game of the Robbie Fox.
For me, yeah.
So that's awesome. I'm very happy for you, even though it sounds like people are not happy so far with the game.
Yeah, people are very like, but it's like the hardcore video game guys that are like, I notice every bug. And I'm like, I literally like haven't had a moment to play video games in a while. Just being able to like walk around in that map is fun for me. So I have a very low bar for it to pass, I think.
And before we hop into the nerd news, I'm also going to do this. I know you're too humble to do it yourself, but I'm just going to shout out our boy, Robbie Fox, Basement Boy of the Week. Why is he Basement Boy of the Week? Because out of the blue, first of all, our boy went to the red carpet, absolutely crushed it for the Roadhouse premiere. He had Gyllenhaal, he had Conor McGregor, he had all, the A-listers there. And he gets a quote tweet from Dave Portnoy during the midst of the Barstool Wars where everyone, this guy doesn't work hard, this guy's work stinks, blah, 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 blah. And Dave Portnoy goes, this guy is an A+ NYC employee. My guy, Bob Fox, from the little intern, the little baby boy, like literally looked like he was like 12 years old the first time I saw him at Barcel HQ, to being like a compliment from Dave. You don't see those very often, we know. And when they come out of nowhere, and it's just like, it's not like it's something you had worked on for him, with him. It's just like you just did your job, and he just threw that up out of the blue. A+, not even an A. I would have taken an A and A- a B+ for my guy, and he gets an A+. Shout out.
Well, that's the thing.
Boy of the week.
Maybe I would have preferred an A, an A-, a B+, because there's nowhere to go but down from an A+. I read that and I was like, we know how things work here at Barstool. When you're riding real high, you look around the corner, you look behind your back because you're like, it's going to come crashing down soon. So immediately seeing that, like, it's nice. And the office was the New York office was cracking me up. When that tweet came in, they were like giving me a round of applause. They were like, oh, there he is, the A+ guy. Everyone like giving me shit for it. It felt a little bit like people were singing happy birthday to me, though, or I was like, this is really nice, but it's making me feel a little uncomfy right now. I need everyone to just stop. But no, that was awesome. I did think it was funny that I interviewed Conor McGregor, like you said, again, got Conor for a few minutes. It was really cool. Interviewed Jake Gyllenhaal, not really interviewed Jake Gyllenhaal, but got to ask him one question, like on the red carpet. He was suave about it, such a smooth operator. Dave didn't quote tweet any of that. He just quote tweeted like a picture of me, like standing there, like he's like A+ employee. But what was really nice is I got to send that to the family group chat and be like, check this out. And in classic Mama Fox fashion, she just sent it right back. Like, I don't think she realized I sent it. So she just screenshotted what I sent and sent it back. Like, look what Dave tweeted. So I let her have that one,
Rob, the new phones these days, I have now taken over the Mama Fox impersonation somehow. I don't know how.
Also, one of my favorite little Mama Fox facts, I don't know if I ever said this on the podcast. She's banned permanently from Twitter/X, and none of us know why. She started an account years ago just to follow me. All she does is follow me. Now, she did that, and she had like one tweet ever. She tweeted at Sears and was like, here's my receipt for a fucking washing machine. Like, there was some issue she had with Sears that she was trying to get customer support for. The only tweet she ever had. One day she logs on. It's like, you're permanently banned from Twitter. She was like, what the fuck did I do to get banned? I think maybe they thought she was a bot because she only followed me for years and only liked my tweets. But yeah, Mama Fox now banned from Twitter. So when I send her links, I have to like screenshot things and send it to her.
That is incredible. I would like to tell myself that like Sears somehow, even though they were like in the dying cycle of their life cycle as a company, they had like the most sway on Twitter at that point where they could be like, this person, they want their washing machine fixed. Ban them for life, Jack. Get them out of here.
Were you a Sears kid growing up? I was a big Sears kid. We would always go there for like clothes, appliances, shoes. They kind of had everything. It was a weird store looking back.
It's a really weird store looking back. It was in my mall. It was one of the like end stores, where I think most Sears were. And like we had Macy's and a Sears, and Macy's was usually where I'd like get the clothes or whatever. Sears would be if you need something random that's a little more like appliance-y or need someone for like your fucking lawnmower or something, right? But it was nice that you could like hit like 7 different things. Like if you were in a pinch, I found that if there was like a video game that you wanted, Sears, no one knew Sears had like fucking like physical media. So you could buy something there where GameStop had been sold out for months or something, right? So Sears was nice for that. And also like, I'm pretty sure, was it Sears? No, it might be JCPenney. Which one was the one that crushed with like the family pictures? Is that a JCPenney thing or is that
Sears? No, I think that was Sears.
Which is, again, like you could go to Sears, get yourself like a dress for Easter Sunday, get a family picture, and then
get a drill and a lawnmower too. Like they had the weirdest selection at Sears. Yeah, there was amazing. A Sears. The one by us had like a big American flag on top. It was like, if you're from North Jersey, I'm sure you know the one I'm talking about. Sears, giant American flag on top. And as it was closing, Uncle Den went over there and was like, hey, what are you doing with that flag? It's like kind of legendary in Jersey. And they were like, you could have it. So my uncle's got this flag. I think he like kind of restored it a little bit too, because it was tattered and ripped. But yeah, that's a legendary like North Jersey American flag there, the Sears flag.
For the basement boys and girls, they got a little piece of trivia. The ones from northern New Jersey, they're going to be holding that one. Uncle Den holds the Sears flag. I got our hashtag for the week. I'm just going to throw it out now. Hashtag Tears for Sears. R.I.P.
Oh, I like it.
I'm pretty sure they died, right? I'm pretty sure Sears is gone.
They're pretty much dead. As far as I know, I think there's still like 10 stores in the world.
I know, because I think they owned Kmart, and like there was a great,
Mhm.
Kmart. It was an Order 66 of all the Sears like properties. So I didn't know if they completely got, but all right, good. So maybe they'll come back one day, and you can get
Hey, if they do,
17
we'll go take some like Step Brothers pictures there.
only if they unban Mama Fox from Twitter. Whoever is in
True.
charge of the social media has to run it back and get Mama Fox so she can read all the nice compliments about her basement boy of the week here. A
That's all she's
plus
trying to do.
NYC.
Yeah.
And ironically, now that I think about it, like there's obviously in Fortnite you had like the Thunderbolt of Zeus. You could get like Hades' chain or something. Icarus's
Poseidon's
wing.
trident.
I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. But Icarus's wings. Bob Fox is flying high. You learn in Barstool. Don't go too close to that sun though, like because next thing you know, again, you can never imagine just the chaos that's going to unfold. That will like the Mincy thing. Mincy misses the track, the meet. He ends up going against Clemmer in the thing, making grilled cheese. It's just chaos here. Bob Fox, he knows you don't go too close to that sun. Just take your A+, keep it moving. That's what we're going to do here.
Keep it moving, keep my head down. I'm going to keep blogging, doing all this stuff. I'll be tweeting about Dave and Buster's tonight. We've got the Aggies going up against Nebraska. 6:50 my game is. You've got an afternoon game. So by the time people listen to this, maybe our teams will have moved on. If you don't know what we're talking about, we do this thing every year for March Madness where we get like teams and we get assigned teams, 9 through 16 seeds. Whoever's team makes it the furthest this year gets $40,000, and it's like split among the team members. You're on Dave's team, and Dave is the payout guy. So I would imagine Dave isn't going to pay himself. I don't think. I think maybe you would just get his chunk.
Legally binding here on the podcast. If I win, you get $1,000.
I'm not giving away Dave's money, but I was just thinking about that in my mind. It was like, ooh, that's a nice guy to be teammates with. I'm with my spinning back fist guys, Jack Mack and Double Vodka Don, which was great for me because they put together like a huge draft board. They actually watch college basketball religiously. And I was like, I was ready to make a foam finger that just said whatever Big Ev and Jack Mack said.
I just had to have Dave railing the busting the boys out. As he made our pick, and I was just sitting there frozen as it's like you're watching your dad yell at your like sibling, and it's like, don't laugh, don't get in trouble yourself, but also don't like make your other sibling hate you because you're like dancing on the grave. So it was a lose-lose situation for us, but hopefully we win. I don't want to go up against I don't want us to be the last two teams left. I want either us. I want one of us to win, obviously. I just don't want to be the last going head-to-head. But if I win, I'm going to sit down the pot. You get $1,000. So
how about this? It goes both ways.
All right, Bob, let's go. So now we're really
All right, let's get into this nerd news. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of fun stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff that I said to my girlfriend. I was like, I'm really excited to do the podcast this week. Like, I'm excited to talk about the good stuff that we got, starting with the premiere / return of X-Men 97. They've brought back the X-Men cartoon from the 90s, something I feel like we were asking for even before it was in talks. We were like, oh my God, could you imagine if they ever brought that back? Same style, same voice cast, obviously some roles swapped, but most importantly, same theme song. It was one of the Kevin Feige requirements, he said, to make sure that this could happen. He's like, we're not doing it if we can't get the rights to the theme. You're the X-Men guy on the podcast, so I want to throw to you right away and ask what you thought of the return of X-Men 97 this time, the first 2 episodes we got.
As a wise man once said in a hit blockbuster comedy movie in the 2000s, we are back, we are back, we are so back. I mean, I love it. I'm happy. We went 2 for 2. I love that the episodes are like 25 minutes. It's like we've gotten so used to these hour-long shows, no matter what they are. I like it as 25 minutes. It's everything that the old show was, where it's like a kid can watch it, have fun, see the cool powers. An adult can watch it. There's the drama side. There's the twist. There's a little bit of humor that each character has their like calling cards that they go back to. And honestly, like I didn't rewatch the old episodes before the new episodes. Like, I'll just figure it out on the fly. And I was like right back in the muck. And I don't even know if I watched the last season, like when Professor X was. By the way, spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched. Spoilers.
Oh yeah, we'll get into all this stuff.
Yeah, like probably Professor X is dead. What the hell's going on? So I am in love.
But he might not be. In the final episode, he's like basically he does like the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, where like he kind of dies, but he could talk to them still through telepathy.
Telepathy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a hard word to say.
comic book characters' deaths are like professional wrestlers' retirements. Nothing's ever final. Nothing.
Yeah.
In fact,
if you don't see, like, I mean, I was gonna say if you don't see the body, sometimes you even see the body, and then they're like, we're gonna drop it in the Lazarus pit, and then we're back.
exactly. The most dangerous person in the world is a recently retired wrestler or a recently dead comic book character, because they're coming back with a force of 1,000 suns. It's just how it goes. But I got now the non-X-Men guy. Now you're a fan, but like, what are your thoughts about it all?
I loved it. Like, the nostalgic feeling that this gave me, I didn't expect, because this isn't a show that I necessarily like grew up with. I feel like I discovered the X-Men cartoon when I was maybe like 12, 13, 14. So I was like maybe even a little older than the target audience when it originally came out. But like, I dove in high school and I was like, holy shit. I feel like I discovered it when people were saying this cartoon did the best comic interpretations. Like, they were really faithful, the Dark Phoenix saga especially. So I really dove in. I loved it. And like, I was texting you as a Cyclops guy. I was very happy about our guy's portrayal. I was like, this guy's a fucking alpha Chad. He's hanging up on people. He's like yelling at people. He's a team leader in this. He's what we wanted him to be in the X-Men movies.
Our boy Cyclops leveled up like in the fucking 20 years or whatever it's been since the cartoon was out. Fucking guy is using his lasers as like to like settle him on the ground. I'm like, oh, that is
awesome.
One way. Like, they're changing his powers, they're leveling him up there, and like, yeah, he's like showing a fucking sack. Cyclops out. Like I was like, all right, Hardo, but at the same point, it's like the old Cyclops would have gotten hung up on. He's hanging up on motherfuckers. Yeah.
He would have been like, no, you hang up. No, exactly. You hang up.
If you're enough of a guy to get a woman like Jean Grey, you know, obviously go to the bedroom with her or whoever.
If it is
that's
Jean
a whole
Grey.
Other fucking.
Well, yeah.
But like you're the leader of the motherfucking X-Men. Like, you need to have some more balls in them. This is the guy we want. And I think the biggest thing for like not just this cartoon, but like the overarching thing for all Marvel fans is like, whoever's in charge of the X-Men movie, whenever it comes, it's like, do it that way. Because these people nailed it. The people who in the 90s nailed it. And speaking of the people in the 90s, that's the one, it's not even a critique. It's just one thing that like fucked me up. It's the same, but it's just a little bit different. They use the old animation, which I love, but it's cleaner because it's 2024, not 1994. The voices, they're different voices. Some of them change characters, which is weird. So it's like, it's like the same voice, but it's not the same person. So it's a little bit different. Even the theme song, just a little bit different. The intro, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it's not a critique. It is one of those things though, like my big dumb brain, I'm like, wait a minute. But if you've never seen it before, yes, you have to recalibrate. Exactly. Kind of like you playing Battlefront. I'm sure there's probably a couple little differences there that you're like, this is, I love that the original, but it's not the same.
Yeah, they changed. I saw the like side by side of the intro. They changed the order of people they put in. Obviously, the stuff is updated animation wise. They use some CGI here and there for like vehicles and intricate things, but a lot of it is still hand drawn, which I appreciated. They said like a lot of this stuff is still hand drawn by animators. We're doing it the old school way. We're trying to honor it the old school way. You mentioned the people in charge of this, and I feel like the people in charge of this nailed it from the first 2 episodes. But the person actually in charge of it, I think his name is Bo DeMeo. We talked about him last week. The rumor now is that the reason he was fired is because he was a nightmare to deal with on set, and his OnlyFans activity was creeping people out. Now, I don't know if he was, I never dug into this, but I don't know if he was creating content on OnlyFans, like running his own page, or if he was just subscribed to a bunch of OnlyFans and like commenting. Either way, I understand why the executives at Disney were like, yeah, this is a problem. Like, I'm not anti-OnlyFans. Like, do whatever makes you happy. You just can't work for Disney and be an OnlyFans guy.
I would love if Bo were to go on OnlyStans with her boy Glenny Balls. And he could just,
you should talk about it.
All out. I'd love to hear it. And we're not going to shame OnlyFans people. I'm sure there's a few basement boys and girls that, you know, like to dabble on there. It's just like, but there is a time and place. Like, you can't just be on your OnlyFans and like playing the videos. I don't know, like maybe just playing the videos live on his computer, or maybe he's taking his own pictures and videos on the set when everyone's like animating, and it's like up when in Bo's office and his dick was on his desk again. Take a picture. I don't know what's going on with this OnlyFans, but yeah, when your parent company is Disney, there's a different set of rules. Maybe at Barstool, this would have been all right. Where like, I feel like we have like I wouldn't say a quarter of the people have OnlyFans, but more people have OnlyFans at Barstool than you would think, right? At first plus. So very interesting for our guy Bo. I'm gonna choose not to like pile on the name the BEAU spelling the Bo, because I saw I offended someone who I think his like son is named George and his I don't remember ripping the name
His
George.
nephew or something was Bo.
Yeah, is a Bo. I just think BO is a badass name, and I don't know why you would go with another version of Bo when BO is there for the take. So that's just my thoughts on all of it. What another nitpick I have, and this is not with the show. This is with Marvel. That Marvel animation logo. I appreciate they have it. They need something better there, though. I like that we have.
I liked it.
Listen, I'm seeing
not amazing, but yeah.
I'm seeing the what if as like the logo. What if is not like I don't want to get that in my head.
Puts a bad taste in your mouth. Yeah,
putting a bad taste in my mouth after season 2. Again, when they have this and they can throw some XMen in there, but like do they have the rights to like the Amazing Spider-Man? Do they have the rights to all the other cartoons? Just throw that shit in there and be like, oh, you can't watch it on Disney Plus, but this is part of the Marvel Animation Group, just so that it's not like, oh, this is the what if department, because that is not working right now. Like, I don't want to see. I'm going to bring it up yet again. Any Secret Invasion stuff, the Marvel logo, the Marvel Studios logo going forward, same kind of goes with What If, which I'm not putting them 1-to-1, but it's the same kind of thing where I see that and I'm just like, But I do appreciate that they have a animation, but it's not the Marvel Studios animation, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I've even seen some people speculating that we could get appearances from the other 90s shows. Like maybe Spider-Man can appear in this. Maybe Iron Man can appear in this. He had his own 90s show. The Silver Surfer had his own 90s show. The Fantastic Four did as well. So a little crossover here now that, like you said, they own everything. They have the stuff on Disney Plus. That would be a really cool crossover. Also, people are speculating that even though, I think Heavy Spoilers even said this, even though they're saying it's not canon, it's its own thing, it's separate from the MCU, people are speculating that this could be a backdoor way to introduce some X-Men to the MCU.
I mean, it's like they're blowing away a lot of their current, very canon universe right now. So it's like, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe make it the animated part of the multiverse, right? And you just have...
It'd be cool if we had an animated universe that all connected like the live action stuff does.
Yeah. Did you see that the Daily Bugle was like blowing through the streets in one of those? So like I got
Eddie Brock, Peter Parker, name checked in it and everything. It was like written by Eddie Brock, pictures by Peter Parker. That was cool. Some other notes I had. I loved the Danger Room scene, which that could be like an evergreen note for any X-Men project ever. I just love the Danger Room. Whenever you get something like that, it's like badass. I loved the Executioner as like the little villain for these first two. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be like an overarching season-long big bad, but he's got such a great costume, his mask and everything. And even when he's not in the mask, he's got the scratches across the face and shit. I love the trial of Magneto, everything about it, them recreating the comic. I saw a bunch of people posting him in shackles as like a classic comic book cover, and they almost shot for shot redid it. Did you see that? It's so cool.
It's incredible. I had forgot about that. That's one part of X-Men that, and I'm sure that this is the case for a lot of different comic book series, but X-Men in particular, the covers was one of my favorite parts of the series.
I mean, Jim Lee, a lot of that stuff is Jim Lee.
This was a new addition to the Constant and Clem. Do you see what I did up there?
Oh, the Jim Lee cover up there. Yeah, classic Magneto. Is that X-Men 1 when they rebooted it?
That was X-Men 1, I think 92. And I think this was the comic that got me into comics. Well, to start everything up.
That's badass.
So I got it, threw it up on the thing. So everyone watching on Rumble, YouTube, whatever it may be, check it out. Fuck, man. That cover, I was like, holy shit, what's going on with this team? I got to know what's going on with them. And the Magneto cover, there's like a couple of the Weapon X, the Phoenix Saga. There's just like, it's so fucking drama filled, those covers, So the one where Wolverine gets fucking just gutted by Magneto and all his metal's poking out of his body.
Yeah.
Metal shit, no pun intended.
Metal.
But the trial of Magneto, very fucking, I wasn't sold on his outfit. I didn't like the big M.
The big M?
I guess I'm more used to the classic, magenta or whatever it is. But that going back to the trial cover, I'm like, all right, if we're going off of that, I'm cool with it. Also, Magneto got the locks going like he just came out of quarantine. Everyone was growing their hair long, including my buddy here.
Dude is a silver fox. Oh. He looks like a snack in this show. Like I was watching this, I was like, I know in the old cartoon we were all looking at Rogue and we were like, whoa, look at that. The way they're drawing her is crazy. Now it's like, oh, they're like trying to make it even for the boys and the girls. They're like, all right, we'll draw Magneto to be fucking Henry Cavill.
They're like, who's gonna actually be the one to take down, fucking Vixen like Rogue? And it's like, you think it's gonna be Gambit? No, my friend, not so fast, my friend. It's the fucking like 60-year-old villain that's gonna.
That was interesting. There's like some romantic tension between them in both episodes. Gambit's kind of like in the back too, being like, what the fuck is going on over here? But yeah, they could touch each other. That's like, what an advantage.
And that's so goddamn unfair for her. And like, you can always, obviously, you should hate the dude that took your girlfriend or has like maybe even if they're exes. I can understand Gambit being upset, but when he's the fucking like main villain of your superhero group, it's even more reason to be upset. I feel bad for him. And then the most fucked up part, Bob, and we haven't gotten to this like in the show, and I know in the movie it turns out like that, but if she got that gray streak in her hair from a little hanky-panky with the Magnet Man, like that's just every time you see her, you're just thinking this is the time they banged and it went a little too hard and his powers just fucking zoom, and she sucked his like literal powers out of him along with whatever else might have come out. I'm not going to say anything else. It's a family show. That's tough for our boy Gambit. That's real tough, Moname.
I feel like I didn't even know that Magneto and Rogue could touch like that. Am I an idiot for that? Did they do that in the movies ever? Where it was like, I know he gave her the streak and stuff, but like where it was just like we could hold hands and it's fine.
No, so I don't think it happened. Definitely didn't happen in the movies because that's the thing is he sucks like the life out of him. He sucks the life out of him to get the Magnet side of. I think that was the first one, right? Yeah. I was reading some theories about how it's possible, and it might have happened in the comics. I don't know. There's so many. That's a Jose question, but I think it's like.
True.
This is not a known thing from what I can gather, and there's a lot of like. Her powers and his powers, like her powers are based on like magnetism or some fucking like very down to the atom specific thing, and his powers make it so they can touch. So that's a tough break for our boy Gambit, where it's like he can supercharge shit with his pat touch, but Magneto's super touching his girl with his touch.
The supercharge of the Wolverine claws, which we saw in the trailer, obviously, it hits so hard in the show too. Every time they hit the theme in the show, it's just a cheat code. It's the best cheat code of all time. You hit that theme. Like my girlfriend had never seen the show, obviously. She's not an XMen 97 fan. But when I put it on, she was just watching me and the theme was coming on. I was like dancing like I was in the club. She's like, what's happening over there? I was going,
there was a story came out like 3 or 4 years ago about the people who made the theme were suing the like X-Men, Disney or whatever, saying they stole the theme. And I was like, I'm not blogging this. I'm not no negative press towards this song. I don't even want to know. And I think there was settlements out of court. I don't even want to know what happened. It hits that hard. I had the opposite here. AJ, I'm like, dude, I turn on X-Men. I'm like, let's go, buddy. And he's like, Dad, a 5-year-old to this man. Dad, I thought I told you I don't want you watching that show. It took a lot of time for me to get that show out of my head, and it's very difficult for me to watch it. I think either A,
the Sentinels scare him?
He got really scared during one of the movies, or B, there was a Mr. Sinister arc that kind of freaked him out, and I'm like, well, I kind of just I blew having a nice relationship with my son watching X-Men 97. So, but I'll tell you, me, you, and countless dads have been telling me, dude, it brought me right back. KFC didn't even know that he goes, dude, I saw that. I was like, yeah. He's like, oh man, that was the best after school. I was like, yeah, man, they just brought it back. It was awesome. The first 2 episodes. He's like, wait, that's new? I thought they just like added it to Disney Plus. I'm like, oh no, buddy. So the dads are back in, the youngs are coming around. Everyone is happy. Like you said, though, the one thing that kind of sucked was that we did already know the Wolverine Supercharge was coming. Nice we got it out of the way early, so it's like there's other shit to come. But I'll tell you, man, when they said Omega level threat detected, and our girl's fucking Storm comes in, and she just starts dropping the lightning bolts, she turns Santa glass! Santa glass! Awesome. Oh, that was fucking gnarly. And this might be a hot take. I have never been a fan of the Mohawk Storm. I like the full head of hair Storm. But I do feel like Mohawk Storm has like another level to her that might be able to like. That's when she's really going after it. But I'm not a fan of Mohawk Storm personally.
Oh, I always dug it. Punk Rock Storm.
Yeah, Punk
Hit
Rock
that
Storm.
mohawk, man. Some other like big storylines. Obviously, Storm at the end of the second episode gets shot by the neutralizer, the like anti-mutant gun. She takes a bullet from Magneto while they're trying to stop the protesters at the UN and everything. Loses her powers, has to like leave the X-Men. She gets scared by lightning. That was
nuts.
heartbreaking to watch. A lot of Rogue and Magneto romance, as we mentioned. Jean Grey, or quote unquote Jean Grey, is pregnant through the first couple episodes. She has the baby, has Nathaniel, who is going to grow up to be Cable, which is another whole thing. And we realize it wasn't the real Jean Grey. At the end, the real Jean Grey shows up. A lot of thought that this is Madeline Pryor, created by Mr. Sinister to try to get into the X-Men, try to like put a foot in the door there. She's the mother of Scott's kid, likely, who, again, could grow up to be Cable. Mr. Sinister, I think, will be the overarching villain of the entire season, especially considering Magneto's now on our team, X2 style.
Yeah, we got and I'm gonna enjoy the time where Magneto's on our team, because that's not going to be permanent by any means. But I always like these things. I said I wish comic book franchises did this shit more, where the big bad gets on your team, and it's like when you're playing Street Fighter or a fighting game and you get to be the bosses. You're like, oh shit, I get all this power. I love having Magneto. And at this point, like, fuck, if Storm's gone, Jean Grey and Cyclops are dealing with their shit. If they had decided to leave, Magneto's basically like the fucking big dude in charge of it. He's like our only hope at this point, right? He's fucking really important of all this. So
he's our interim coach before Xavier gets back.
Exactly. But like our interim coach is Pat fucking Riley. It's crazy. Just like I have to say, Storm felt like she was kind of a quitter. Like, give it like a week of not having your powers. She like it was still...
Also, yeah, she's like, I'm leaving the X-Men. It's like, come on, you could get like snacks and refreshments for the team just because you can't, like, you could be around still.
Yeah, exactly.
We could find something for you to do in this organization.
I guarantee Professor X once gave her, you're an A+ member of the X-Men.
Yeah.
And
Storm is, yeah.
Yeah. And then but say like you couldn't blog or something, you broke your hand. You're not gonna be like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go home to Jersey now and hang with Mama Fox. I can't do anything else. They'd be like, wait, you could do like 100 other things here. What are you doing?
It's like we're doing a podcast now.
Yeah, I don't like it. I did not like that about Storm.
She could fly the X-Jet, can't she?
Exactly. If Jubilee does that, I'm like, whatever. That's a Jubilee move. She could quit. Storm's not a quitter, man. She's
Storm's a leader.
The leader. It was like, it's all coming back to me. It was X-Men Blue and X-Men Gold, I think. And I think Storm was the leader of the Gold Squad back in the day. And it's like, so that kind of pissed me off. You know what else pissed me off?
What?
That I don't even know her name. That bitch, the dumb bitch from the FBI or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, our guns are not magnetic, Magneto. Well, your fucking helicopters are, you dumb bitch. What was that move?
He had him. I like the glow that he had like around him when he was touched. That was cool. That was really good.
Yeah.
Any other notes on 97? I mean, just like a great first 2 episodes, in my opinion. And people that got screeners or went to the premiere saw the first 3 and were like, it's great. So I assume next week's episode will kind of end this little arc and kick off a new one.
Yeah, I'm cool with Mr. Sinister being the like big bad. I loved our boy Wolverine when Jean's like, he's here, and this dude's ready to scrap with Apocalypse.
He like, thought Apocalypse, yeah. And she's like, no, my fucking baby, dude. Like, get me to the hospital. Worse.
I like
the hospital refusing to deliver the baby was wild.
I appreciated that, where it's like you're getting the like mutantism, I guess you would call it, right? It's like the racism for mutants, and like that was a very X-Men-y thing, and Rogue just stealing the powers and being able to deliver the baby was very cool. And just the little things that I love. I forgot Beast would always have his little like quotes, like
he gets like the Casablanca quote, right? In this one, he's like, "This is the beginning of a bizarre friendship." He like changes the Casablanca quote a little,
and then he's like, "The way to kill your friend, or the way to kill your enemy is by making him your friend." Mark Twain said that. Like, I forgot the little Beast fun fact quotes and the Rogue sayings too. Oh, sugar, you're like the bottom half of a crawfish on a Sunday stew, and it's like, what do you like? I love those weird things that are very unique to each character. So, Marvel. You fucking did it. Congratulations. You just reheated something from the 90s, but this is what we want. Oh, one other thing. I love this too. Friends of Humanity. I don't know if this was on purpose, because I imagine they had them back in the 90s, but their like hats or shirt saying FOH. Like, that's kind of funny. It's
Fuck
like,
outta
like
here.
fuck out of here, mutants. Like, I feel like that's exactly what it's meant to be. It's like a little nod. So I hope that's the. Oh, one other thing was I saw the when you click on the little tile to open up X-Men, and then it says like the first thing, it goes, go to the X-Men shop. Did you see that?
No.
So it says like visit the X-Men store. So I went to Disney.com X-Men store, and it's pretty goddamn lame. But I was like, they're looking for our money right now. Disney is like figuring out ways to like, what were they saying? They were writing stuff off back in the day. I'm like, I don't know what that means. I feel like they're like, all right, now we have to start making money out of this. Let me just say, they have like, it's like the team on like a shirt, team on a hat. It's the same picture on all these different things. They have the team on a coffee mug. Great idea. However, in the second episode, they're all drinking coffee, and it has the little X. And it feels like those are the X-Men specific mugs. Sell that exact mug.
We want the ones from the show, yeah.
I had my credit card out and go, if they have those mugs, I'm buying it right now. And they did not have it, and no one else has it, though. It's the exact mug that they're drinking the coffee out of. Get it done, X-Men, and I will fucking buy it. So, Mickey Mouse, I know you're watching. Oh, fuck you, Clem. I'm not going to listen to you.
Vulgar Mickey cameo. I love it.
How to do it.
I saw they made like a 90s themed website for X-Men 97, which I thought was funny. Kind of looks like the old Space Jam website, you know, it's like very bad graphic design on purpose. I thought that was really good.
I made a bunch of those back in the day. Luckily, I'm sure GeoCities was big, man. Me and GeoCities had a few. For sure.
And then the other cartoon that we got, a return. It was the return of Invincible season 2. We got that weird mid-season break that everyone was against. I feel like we all would have preferred Invincible season 2 to debut later without a mid-season break. Just do a weekly, thing like that. But I thought it was a really strong return episode. Spoilers. My guy Alan the Alien is back. And that was the thing I was the most stoked about. I thought he was gone. I thought he was gone forever. We got him back. We got a very funny, like the telepathy. That word is my fucking
problem
enemy tonight. The like one-sided in space scene where they were like doing the mind read like only one at a time. That was really funny. All good stuff with apparently a lot of stuff taken directly from the comic this week, which is like the Rex shot in the head stuff, Mark and Immortal going back and forth. The shapeshift stuff where he turns into the ball. He does the We Are Groot thing. All like heavy spoilers posted a good, like all the comparisons are spot on from the comic. There was even like a little at the end when the guy, the fucking brain guy, I forget his name. He's got the brain head. He's going through all the multiverses. He goes through like what looks like a Walking Dead multiverse because Robert Kirkman created both. Oh. One of them is just full of zombies. And it's like, holy shit, did he just go to the Walking Dead?
Oh, man, I didn't even notice that. It's tough for me because obviously X-Men was like gold star, blah, blah, blah. But I'm very, like, I can live now that the wait is over. I'm a very impatient person, and especially when I'm catching up on stuff, and then it's like, oh, by the way, to be continued. I was like, you motherfuckers.
Yep.
Now that we're back, the way they brought us back, where it's like, there is a million fucking loose ends now, and this show always makes you coming back for more. And by the end of the episode, you have 7 other problems you have to deal with that you didn't even know were a problem. I was very happy with it. And I mean, I screamed when Alan was back just for you. And I was like, I can't tell Bob that his boy is back. And it killed me. I had a whole
I know you texted me like, did you watch it yet? And I hadn't yet. So I was like, no, like I'll watch it tonight or whatever. And then, I texted you. I was like, oh, here we go.
And our boy Alan, like, imagine just waking up one day, got some extra muscle on you.
Yep.
I'm happy for
the second they showed his eye, like kind of opening and you hear Seth Rogen's voice, like, ugh. I was like, oh, no, that's got to be him. And then he was great in the episode too. I think he is like one of my favorite characters in the show because every scene we get out of him, I'm locked in. And like, shout out Seth Rogen for being one of the creators of this thing. He's doing The Boys. He's doing this. He's doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This guy just knows how to do fucking comic book stuff at this point.
I'm gonna put it down now. Seth Rogen, when it's all said and done, will be more known for his like leadership in the comic booky, sci-fi, whatever you want to call those things he's attached to, and that genre of stuff. He'll be more known for that than his acting earlier in his career.
Wow. It's a big prediction, but he's on a hell of a pace right now. In 20 years, I could see it.
Right? He's just smashing shit left and right.
Dude, what if you give him a Marvel movie? Like, in the same way that they gave James Gunn the Guardians and they were like, he's a very unique filmmaker, like make it your own. Let's see what the fuck Seth Rogen can do with a zany, funny character.
John Favreau is like doesn't have
Totally.
like the pelts on the wall that Seth Rogen did early in his career with the comedies and shit like that. And he still had good shit. And now it's like you look at Favreau, you're like he fucking did Iron Man. He made
He's the
put the
king.
on his back. Elf, you know that was he fucking crushed the
Mhm.
Christmas movie and all the different things he can do. So I do think that's gonna be my prediction. And whatever universe is smart enough to get their hooks in him early, he already has the Ninja Turtles is the gold standard in my mind right now.
So
for like
good.
those reboot kind of things. So fucking good. And I'm interested to see how that is on Paramount. So, but yeah, Alan's back in Invincible. I'm trying to think of the other stuff from okay. God damn it. Why did I just paint myself into this corner? I'm going to have to go with it though. Sus list.
Oh, who do you got?
The purple baby.
Oliver. I knew you were going to go with him. I knew it. We got his name this episode.
It's Oliver.
As soon as you were like, I guess I got to do this. Listen, I hate to say it. We were just talking about being mutinist. But like, you see that baby, you're like, you're fucking Viltrumite. Like, you're going to grow up crazy fast. They said, like, in the episode earlier this season, when he met the wife, the Viltrumite wife who had the baby, didn't she say, like, we live a year? Like, that's their whole lifespan. So, I'm with you. Something's up with that baby. And they named him Oliver after it was the mom's dad. So she's clearly trying to be like, you're not going to grow up to be like your dad. But what if he does?
Exactly. He doesn't have a mom in his life because his mom's probably already dead because their fucking life cycles are so fast.
Yeah.
He's going to grow up quicker. So they're going to have him ready to fight Mark. His dad is a fucking psychopath, as we know. I'm just saying. I feel like this kid is more likely to become a big bad on the show than he is to become a fellow big good. That's all I'm going to say. So put him on the list. It's fucked up that I'm putting him on the list with the dead cute dog and all that kind of stuff. But I've been right before. That's all I'm going to say. I had that bitch Miss Minute sniffed out when I heard that beautiful Southern Belle accent. So I'm letting you know. And Oliver, I'm going to say it too because I'm just going to say it.
You don't like the name. I knew it. I knew that was coming too. I don't like Oliver with an exclamation point. I don't like Oliver Twist. If you put Oliver in a musical, I'm not there.
And his mom is going to treat that baby the way Catelyn Stark treated Jon Snow. It's like the bastard son, except she's going to be Mark. I swear, this kid's an asshole. Mark's like, you're just saying that because my dad and blah, blah, blah. And then one day that kid's going to fucking try to smash Mark's fucking brain. And he's be like, oh shit, mom was right the whole time.
Yeah. And Omni-Man is being prepped for execution by the Viltrumites. Apparently, the Viltrumites are a race where before they kill you, they want you at full strength. Kind of fucked up.
Maybe a couple of what's the word? Monologue. You called me monologuing again. Like I can see that. You know who I have a strange attachment to? And he was like the skinnier version of myself. I wore sunglasses. Is the dude who was in the house and died, and now he's like has a robot under his skin.
The clone.
Yeah,
the guy who makes a clone or no?
Not the he's Cecil's buddy. He's like Cecil's right hand.
Oh yeah. I know. Exactly
I like that dude. I like that dude a lot. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him. I think has a robot under him now because he saw into his bone or whatever. I like that dude. I have a strange attachment to him. I also have I'm not gonna get bombed. I'm just saying. I am a big fan of Adam Eve. I'm a big fan of Adam Eve.
She was good in this episode. Like her struggling with being a hero and fucking things up and doing the right thing. The Adam Eve special I liked too. The little mid-season thing they did with her. She's a good character.
I'm also very happy Mark wasn't as much in the doghouse as I thought he'd be with his girlfriend. Because she's now
understood. He's saving the world.
It's like when you start dating someone who works at Barstool and you're like, I'm so sick of this dumbass shit. He has to work. He has to block something at 11 at night, or I have to film him, dressed as a dragon, or make him a fucking, crab eater mask or whatever. It's like she's in the game. She signed up for it. She loves him for who he is. And that's kind of how it's going to come out of it. So I'm happy he's not in the doghouse for it all. I'm also trying to figure out, do I want that dickhead to die? He's like the one. He was like the strongest one they left back from Mars. You know what I'm talking about? He's Adam Eve's ex-boyfriend, kind of the scumbag
Immortal,
guy.
Or was it the not Immortal?
I don't know his name. So Multiplicate or whatever her name. She's dead, right? Like all 100 of her were just destroyed.
Yep, they had all her body bags.
Yeah, the one guy who was left. I was like, is he gonna I don't know if he's gonna level up. He's just such a prick, but I feel like he kind of has to take it on his own to do the right thing. I feel like he's gonna be important coming, down the road or whatever.
Yeah. All right, let's tell the people about Game Time. Did you know that you could get tickets to the Foo Fighters at Citi Field this summer, right now, for $58 on Game Time? I just went on the Game Time app. I said, let's see how cheap the tickets actually get. Foo Fighters at Citi Field is a must-see concert. I think they're playing 2 dates at Citi Field this summer. One, I think you can get tickets for $70, one $58. Amazing, amazing deals on Game Time right now, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. Obviously, a ton of great stuff going on with March Madness right now, NBA and NHL playoffs coming up, MLB coming back. Game Time is going to be your one-stop shop for all of them. They have flash deals for sudden discounts, zone deals when you're feeling flexible, and their lowest price guarantee means that you can find the same seats for less than anywhere else. Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So Game Time is the best place for last-minute seats with up to 60% off your favorite events. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those Foo Fighters tickets right after we get off.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code MMB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Their website is also gametime.co. gametime.co. There you go. Game Time, thank you for sponsoring the pod. One of our favorites.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about all the trailers we got. And by all the trailers, I really mean we got 3 trailers for 2 shows. First of which, House of the Dragon put out 2 teaser trailers for season 2 yesterday. I loved the marketing strategy behind this. Everything they're doing with season 2 so far, they're pitting Team Black against Team Green. They're making it very known. You got to pick a side going into the season. It's like Civil War, right? And they put out posters first, which I quote tweeted immediately, like, you have to be a psychopath to be on Team Green. I stand by that. But they put out teaser trailers as well. They put out one for Team Black, one for Team Green. Team Black is dusting the Team Green one in views across all social media.
Is it? Oh, beautiful.
It is. Love that. Love that for our blonde-headed freaks.
Our
5 new dragons.
Yep.
5 new dragons in season 2, which will make 15 total. Some of the dragons we've seen in both of these trailers. We didn't get a ton of like plot from these trailers necessarily. There's a lot of kind of like reminding you Aegon or Viserys wanted his daughter on the throne, or did he want his grandson because he can't have a queen, can't unite the realm, reminding you everything that happened in season 1, showing you little glimpses of the new dragons, one of which was like white and green, looked so fucking cool. I was like, that might be my new dragon immediately. That might be my favorite. I liked the Team Black trailer more because I'm a Team Black guy. I got a little more Daemon, and like I was just like hyped up for the show, which is also coming out June 16th, sooner than I believe we thought. I was under the impression this was an August show. But yeah, I'm just stoked. There's not a ton to break down from these trailers. Like I said, we didn't get a lot of like shocking reveals or plot developments, but I don't want any of that. I'm in for season 2. Just give us a little tease, let us know we got 5 more dragons. We're going to increase the dragons by like 30% or whatever. I'm in on it.
That's all I need. And I said, people who said there's too many dragons. There was not one point where I said like, oh, there's just too many. I lose track of them. I don't know their names, but they all do cool shit. They're all cool in their own way. Some are bigger, some are small. They're like boobs. There's no such thing as a bad boob. They're just different kinds of fucking boobs, different kinds of dragons. And I love every single one.
Too many dragons. That's like when Dave said like Casey's breakfast pizza was too bacony. It's like,
too
what do you mean too bacony? There's no such thing.
Craziness. I also don't understand, because I know a big thing in the books was I'm Team Green, I'm Team Black. That was a big part of like the book readers. And again, I don't understand how you are Team Green unless there's 2 things, because there's 2 things about Team Green that I like as a Team Black guy. One, Aemond is fucking awesome. He's awesome. He has the sapphire eye. He has that shitty demeanor, and he just seems like a badass mamma jamma. And I think he's like pretty fucking strong. We see him when he's like dueling in like one of the episodes. And 2, like Ken Jack wrote it in his blog. We did it was a good call. He texted me. He's like, dude, let's both do a dueling blog. I'll cover one, you cover the other trailer. He's like, I'll do Green because they kind of stink. Let's be honest. And he's like, Green has the freaks, and they do have the freaks. And I'll tell you,
they do.
I said this. I said this on our House of the Dragon Game of Stools, which will be back. So subscribe to My Mom's Basement on YouTube, Rumble, whatever it may be, or the feed on the podcast stuff. I love the clubfoot. I just love having a sick fucking freak weirdo who gets off to the queen's feet, and he's like the Littlefinger. I think Littlefinger, Varys, those kind of dudes are what really made Game of Thrones work. And I kind of
get her dad too, who's a motherfucker, but he's a great character.
I hate that cocksucker. I think I wrote a blog and I'm like, let's bring the word twat back just so we call this guy a twat. He's an absolute twat. I can take the C word. I'm going to take the high road, but that guy is a fucking twat and I hate his guts. And I was riding
Hightower, right?
I was rooting for Team Hightower.
Otto Hightower.
Otto, yes, that's right, Otto. And the one big takeaway I had from the trailer is we have to do a refresher. Maybe we have like someone on the show who's like a diehard, who's read the books and knows all the shit, and
like
just
the
remind
Jose
them
of
what's going on.
Thrones.
Yes, exactly, and be like, these are the dragons. This is the lay of the land. These are our armies. These are their armies, and we just kind of reset because we're just going to be diving into it June 16th, which is less than 3 months away at this point. It's crazy to see. So, by the way, 2024 being like a third of the way done already. Banana
crazy. I got some tweets from people saying like, I don't know why you're Team Black. Like they're both villains. They're both bad. And it's like, yeah, I get that. Like Team Black isn't like, they're not portrayed as like the white meat baby face, the good guys. Like they don't do anything wrong. Like they're obviously both fucked up and they're both doing fucked things. But like, come on, look at both and look what we're dealing with here. Like it's very obvious what team you should fall on.
Yeah, because I start at the top and I do Rhaenyra and I do Alicent and then Otto, who's kind of like the head of Alicent, right? Yeah. And it's like you're not going to tell me
he's
Rhaenyra.
Like a puppet master, yeah.
And granted, like I understand the bastard side of things and kind of the other stuff with Rhaenyra. I clearly do. It was a fucking straight up usurping that went on to get her fucking son on the throne. Let's call it what it is. So, and like
and then her son got fucking killed by the dragon.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I've heard. I heard this war pops the fuck off. Yeah. So it's like
people were describing this like they described Dune 1 and Dune 2. They were saying like season 1 is just going to set up the real stuff. And that's the same thing we heard about Dune 1 and Dune 2.
And I am ready to rock.
Yeah, I hope the war lives up to what people are saying about it. Like I said, though, June 16th, we're back and we'll be back with the wigs. We'll be back with the costumes. As soon as I watched the trailer, I was like, I guess I got to order a real eye patch this time because I just like made one out of a t-shirt last time. So we'll get back in the full swing of things soon. And then we've also got a trailer for The Acolyte, the newest show in the Star Wars universe set 100 years prior to The Phantom Menace. We have never seen this era before. We've heard about it, read about it in books, legends material. Never in live action, even cartoons, have we seen 100 years before The Phantom Menace. Uncharted territory, possible Jedi detective story, I think. We know that there's a Jedi killer on the loose and the mystery is unraveling. I love that concept. I love that idea. I think the trailer looked pretty good as well. It's another one where you don't really learn a lot. You don't really get a lot in terms of plot, but you get a lot of cool visuals. You see the villain, who is the little girl who played Rue in the first Hunger Games, like all grown up. Kind of crazy to see that. Blew my mind. You see Trinity from The Matrix is going to be a Jedi wielding the Force, doing cool shit like that. Tons of lightsabers at the end, including yellow ones, Rey Skywalker style. We have been told, I think this is going to be the most Jedi that's ever been in like a live action thing because, again, 100 years prior to The Phantom Menace, Jedi are thriving. This is probably the most powerful, most successful we've ever seen them. I think it looks good, though. Yeah, a lot of martial arts influence stuff as well. Debuts June 4th, 2-episode premiere. So maybe an arc-style show again. I've heard some people comparing it narratively to Andor, which any comparison to Andor at this point I'll take as a compliment. What did you think of the trailer?
Too many lightsabers. Just kidding. There's no such thing as too many lightsabers, just like there's no such thing as too many dragons or too many boobs. It's awesome. I'm cautiously optimistic. At this point with Star Wars, I think they could go down a dark path, to quote a very wise man. I think you have to prove it to me, but I'm excited. I like going to a new time period. I do want to see, I bet they'll connect a couple things that will be like weaved into the future. Probably they're gonna just explain more how the Emperor could live on forever. They're gonna have to like get all that stuff planted. But like you said, kind of, I almost have a little bit of the who was the guy we liked from Ahsoka that passed away?
Balon Skull.
Yeah, I could see like the way his arc went with like the religion side of things, dabbling with it, starting all the way back there. With Star Wars, I'm very much show it to me and then I'll believe it. Just because like Andor fucking crushed it. I didn't love Ahsoka as much as some other people did, but I think like I'm happy we got that coming too. It's like keep the fucking content rolling, baby. But anything that was made before basically Iger was like, we have to stop fucking around here and start making good shit. This is already in the can, so because of that, it's like show it to me, and then I'll believe it's going to be good.
And they shot on a lot of physical locations and sets for this. They made a point to say they didn't use the volume at all, which it's funny how in a couple of years it went from like, this is the coolest technology ever to them being like, don't worry, we didn't use it. It's like very back and forth. Being it's 100 years prior to the Phantom Menace, I think a cameo from the Y-Man is on the board. I think Yoda could appear, maybe a few less wrinkles than, you know, he appears within the Phantom Menace, but I don't expect it. I don't want to get people's hopes up for that and True Detective this show and, you know, make it into something it isn't. Another thing I saw.
No, Bob, we have to promote the show. Breaking. Yoda's going to be in the Acolyte.
Confirmed.
He's going to be small. He's going to be kind of be like a stoner Yoda. He's going to be young. Kind of think of the dude, right? From Big
imagine Yoda in a dude robe.
Yes.
Oh, that someone needs to draw that for us. That could be like
tie the room together. It does.
Is he drinking like green Russians?
Yes. Blue milk coming out.
I had that on my note. They're actually putting out blue milk April 17th. I don't know where it's going to be in stores, but I need to get myself a little blue milk, which is shows how fucking dumb nerds are that I can't just put blue food coloring in the normal milk I have. I'm like, I need a bottle of the blue milk. I need to buy the official Star Wars branded one. I'm excited for it, though. I'll do the Kurt Angle with it. I'll go out, smash some blue milk in my face, you know?
Yep.
Another thing that I saw note that is going to piss people off. I'm calling it now. People are going to be upset about this. I don't think they should be. Even though it's an out there concept. One of the Jedi in this show is from the High Republic books, and she has what's called a light whip. A light whip is a lightsaber that turns into a whip. So it's, you know, Indiana Jones mixed with lightsaber. I think people are going to hate it. I think just the fact that they're changing a lightsaber is going to make the old school Star Wars fans shake their fists and go, what the fuck? For me, I look at it like this. If you just watch A New Hope, the Force doesn't mean you can move anything. If you watch Empire Strikes Back, you see Luke grab his lightsaber, and people in the moment were probably like, oh, what the fuck was that? I guess the Force means that you can move things with your mind. Everything is constantly changing and evolving in the Star Wars universe. I think if one person has a light whip, it's unique. It could be cool. I'm okay with it. This is also considered the end of the High Republic era. Some people were clarifying that. I did like a trailer reaction. Said I didn't know if it was High Republic. They said this will be considered like the tail end into, I guess, the Sith era, the Phantom Menace era, the prequel era, whatever you want to call it.
I'm kind of with you. I understand where people are going to be upset about that, but I think when there's a lot of time between all the Star Wars content we've had, if it's 100 years in the past or the future, weapons change, technology changes.
Totally.
Like, I'm
show us a new timeline, you know? Yeah.
But it's like that almost should be an episode itself. What will Star Wars fans hate about this new project?
And they hate the trailer too. Like, I don't mean all Star Wars fans. I'm sure a lot of the basement boys and girls that listen to this podcast thought the trailer was fine or thought it was good. I've seen an unbelievable amount of dislikes across all the video platforms, like almost double the dislikes than it has likes. And people are complaining that there's not enough white people in the trailer. Like that's like a real complaint I'm seeing on like
we're giving down votes from a pickup truck, boys.
It's just not something that my brain ever notices or registers. I watched the trailer and I was like, lightsabers. I wasn't like, where are the whites? You know, like not at all.
Lightsabers.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's the world we live in.
Speaking of re-releases and trailers, though, they did confirm that there's going to be more footage from the Acolyte attached to the Phantom Menace re-release. So if you go see the Phantom Menace on May 3rd, I think it'll be like a post-credit scene. So if you stay through the movie, the Acolyte will give a little tease. Also, doesn't have to do with the Acolyte, but I just thought this was funny enough to note. all Spider-Man movies are being re-released into theaters this summer as well, because I think Sony looked at how much money they lost on Madam Web, and they were like, put out all the Spider-Man movies, the Tobey ones, the Andrew ones, the Tom ones, just put them all out in theaters again.
That's
very
smart.
funny.
Very smart.
They're doing that.
Very smart.
It's the summer of re-releases, really, though, because even on top of the Phantom Menace re-release, they're doing a Skywalker Saga marathon, so you could go see all 9 movies in one sitting.
Do it, Bob. Do it. Do it.
I saw it, and there was part of me that was like, I don't know, maybe I'll do it. But you know what's tough is I have a dog now. Like, I love Faith, but she does. It's like a kid. Like, I got to go home and I got to walk the dog. Maybe I could do it during the prequels or something. I don't know. I'm not ruling it out, but I would say I probably won't do it. I think it's 20 hours, dude. I think the actual, like, if you just combined the runtime of all 9, it's 20 hours. I would assume they do bathroom breaks and intermissions in between. So
might get messy if they
it's also not the order I would necessarily prefer for the movies. They're not doing release order. They're doing chronological order. So it's,
we know our Bobby's replied to that question a million times. How would you watch them? So that we know that's not the case. So,
but if you're not a prequel guy, you could show up just like 8 hours late. Yep. There you go. I don't know. I probably won't be doing it, but
I definitely won't be doing that.
I respect the people that do it.
The original trilogy, maybe. I promise you. Sequel.
Yeah, I would do the original trilogy.
Never in I'd have to be paid $10,000 on Mark bills. I don't even know what that means.
10
but
grand.
Just give me a Mark bill. That's my price.
I would like to see your version of Clemmer's solitary confinement, where it's just you in a room, you have a TV, and it's just the prequels and the sequels. You don't even get the originals. If you get through the 6 movies, the quells, you get the originals unlocked.
There we go. If I don't kill myself first.
Yeah. All right. That was My Mom's Basement for March 22nd. Hopefully our basketball teams win by the time that this goes out. We're 40,000 airs, at the end of the tournament. What was our hashtag again?
Tears for Sears.
Tears for Sears. There you go. That's our cover band. We do Tears for Fears covers in a Sears parking lot. There we go. X-Men 97, Invincible, House of the Dragon, The Acolyte. We'll be back next week to break down more X-Men 97, more Invincible, and hopefully some more nerd news.
Hell yeah.